What's up, people? How are y'all doing today? We're up. We're live. We're here. We're happening. This is not ASMR. Yeah! I like keeping it louder than that. What y'all up to? What I really wish is some people would stop scrolling down my thing here so I can get to... baloney. There it is. Okay. What's going on, peeps? We're here. We're back. We're live. It's February. It's freaking cold in the midst of February here in Wisconsin. I don't know if y'all are dealing with this crap.
Sweating like crazy. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
There's NASA's. Hi, NASA's. How you doing? Good to see you're here. Well, at least here you're here. Yeah, it's a nice balmy...
Here I am back.
Although he's still videoless, he's working on it. I mean, well, he's going to work on it. We might have him, but we won't have him with video for a little while. So, unless he surprises us, you'll be able to like record some videos. You just won't be like physically live for a little bit.
Yeah, sorry people. I got my cell phone. I can use my cell phone, but I don't have a camera. I'd have to go dig for it.
That's right. He
I
would.
don't know which box that is in, so I apologize up front.
And personal.
That's what it is. And that's what I'm working on.
That's what he's working on. So, did you build your one today, people? NASA, did you build? Mark, did you build yours?
And I built that thing, and you guys ask me questions like that. I build mine first thing in the morning, every morning.
Wait, so you get out of bed, roll out of bed, and build a plane?
I get out of bed, I wake up, I get out of bed, brush my teeth, take a shower, come in here into my office and sit down, open up my work computer, open up my personal computer, look at the stock market, see what stocks I'm going to buy, and then I make a plan.
And then I make a
And
plan.
then I get my coffee, I get my breakfast, and I start buying stocks, and
And then I make a plan.
whatever else I feel like doing.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
You gotta buy stocks.
And then, like,
That's what I said.
so do you build the same plane, or do you build different planes?
No. So what I do is I build the plane that I'm on for the month, and I keep forgetting. I always forget while I'm at the night. Let me go look here, people. You're confusing me. I had it the other day.
And he lost
I put them in the box. I put them in a Firefly box.
Oh, did you?
And yeah, and I got my list here. I need to update the list on the thing because I ain't updated it. But I am on Firecat, and I'm gonna do Swallow next month.
And these are all bodies, right?
Yeah, these are all So yeah, these are all bodies.
He's not building too many.
Firefly.
Yeah, he's not building too many like complete planes, if any.
Yeah, I mean I got into the Firefly because it was just a lot of stuff to try to that I was working on, and then once I started working from home, then it just became like, oh, I've got all of this, like I've got all this stuff. I'm in the process of trying to find a house and move and get stuff ready for the new base, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with the bodies, and then I'll do the tech come end of the year.
Which is what we were suspecting. So yeah.
Yeah, and I may not do like one a day tech. I may do like one a maybe two, something like that. So it just depends. But I'm definitely going to hold the tournament because I know we talked about that last time. I'm going to hold a tournament probably in the summertime. So close to the end of the one a days, it'll probably be. It might be in June. It might be in July. because I'm not expecting it to be in May, just depending on how the weather is once we move.
Okay. Okay.
But June and July, depending on where we're at, should be all right.
Should be all right. Okay. Okay. Sounds reasonable. Sounds like you got a plan.
And then I'm gonna start that tournament off basically with my top 4, and that's gonna be Ekron, Spider, Ninja, and Dagger.
But so not Raptor, Swallow, Firecat.
No, those are more close. Range, so I'm gonna start with the rest of those later.
See, people, we do like our longer range planes a lot more. I mean, it's hard. It really is hard. Even though, like lately myself, I've been concentrating on Diamant and Banshee, as you well know. I've been like modifying those birds, so I'm gonna do I'll probably do something like that too. All of my new builds have been the same thing lately as well. But like Mark there, working on his longer range. You could, of course, work your short range. And
yeah, well, I know you guys are asking for that. I know. I know. You guys keep asking for the short range planes. My plan for the short range planes.
that's so stupid.
Anybody got time for that?
Nobody got time for that.
For the short range, I mean, I'm still gonna hold a tournament because what I really need to do is get the bracket built. I need to go ahead and pre-build the bracket. But like I said before, I wanted to have a fly-off just to find out the range of each of these planes before I had the tournament.
Seems reasonable.
So I could compare apples to apples and not apples to grapefruit.
Yeah, you don't want to compare apples to grapefruit. That's just never a good thing. It doesn't work out the way you want it to do. It's a bigger fruit.
So what I'm trying to do I have another? Man, I got another one right here. Stinking charger.
Oh my god. I'm running out of silver ink. This is not a good situation.
I had this right here the whole daggone time and didn't even know it.
Oh, Jesus H. I'm running out of silver ink, people. So hold on. I'm going to go over here to my collection of pens at my other desk.
I got that right there. Didn't even know it. I need to fix that tomorrow. That's okay.
And we're going to bring out.
I need to have some of that tonight. I got my pineapple tonight, so we're good.
Pineapple? That's just not going to work because that's going to be too damn dark. Shit.
And then, yeah, so I gotta put the case on the PC again. And then
he's wangling.
Gotta get the tools picked up.
Oh my god, that shit ain't work.
I got so much going on, people. I got so much going on.
Yeah, he does because, you know, he's moving every 15 minutes. So every time you think he gets settled, he moves. It's like just when you thought it was safe to go back to the world, but he's like, you know.
Well, and I know my original plan was to stay here for, you know, the foreseeable forever.
But he got so damn tired of it.
But being able to work from home and pretty much being able to work from any location that I so choose allowed me the opportunity to go to a place that I enjoyed. I just didn't enjoy having to drive to work every single day in the snow.
When were you ever here where you had to drive to work every day in the snow?
Okay, well, you know, I can't say every day, but, you know, 9 months in the snow.
I mean, dude, I have driven to work in the snow, mind you, like maybe 3 times. Maybe 3 times. It never seems to snow when I'm driving. I mean, I don't know if y'all have had rotten luck, but it never seems to snow while I'm driving.
So what time do you guys normally drive to work? Because I normally drive to work early in the morning.
I know, but usually it snows like.
And then I would have to get out early in the morning and shovel out from behind the car after the snowplow put it back there 3 times, and I specifically told him not to. And then
Well, that could be frustrating right
I
there.
had to. Then I had to drive to work, and I just didn't like that. And I wouldn't get paid. I wouldn't get paid enough back then to deal with that. And now that I'm getting paid more, I ain't got to drive to work. It's crazy how this works, isn't it? I get
Okay.
paid more to sit at home. I get paid less to drive into work.
And that right there, people, tells you what is wrong with the United States.
That's what's wrong with the government. With the government. Government.
Government.
That GUBMINT. Government.
That COVID-laced government. Well, now, look at what we got here.
Oh, I gotta put this in here. I gotta put this in cheer. Right in cheer.
Oh,
Where's
it
my
doesn't.
other? Where's my other? That wasn't that one.
Brother.
That was my Logic. That was my headset. Well, where's my other? There it is.
Okay. So we got ourselves a situation here. It looks pretty good.
Headset. Got my Logic headset. I got my Jabra headset. I got another Jabra headset.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this right here, pop it on up. So I got a little bit of crank going on.
3 sleeping headsets.
Got a crank.
I shouldn't go wrong with a headset now.
All right. So now,
Okay.
now what we're going to
Headsets
do?
for days.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to put a little bit of a fold right here like this. Racha.
What are you people working on?
What are we people working on?
What are you people working on?
Well, I'd like to think that all y'all are into 132 of these Wonder Days. Do you have?
Technically, I'm on number 10 for the month.
Well, yeah.
You know, it stinks because Firecat's going to get the least built for the total time allotted.
130. Oh yeah, that's true, won't it? Because you're suffering through February.
We only got 28 days this month, so I do feel bad for the Firecat, but you know, I'll make it up.
Maybe at the end of the year, you'll be like, let's show them a little love. We'll build 3 more planes just to round it on up. 2 more planes, whatever. But then again, maybe when you planned it at the beginning of the year, maybe you were like, well, which one do I care the least enough about me making play? I mean, I don't know how you did it, but so now,
That's not how I did it.
so now see the way the body molds into that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do right there. Is it's like, yeah, to fold down, and I'm thinking I might tape that, maybe might tape that. Let's see if I'll tape that.
What in the world are?
I might tape that. Might give it a little bit of tapey tape.
That looks like. I know what that looks like.
Well, I know it looks like a javelin, but it's not, because I did this. This was a spearmint with the most unforgiving SS tape in the world.
It was the government.
It was the government
It's a government plane.
The government was issuing me some tape. God almighty! That's what happens when the government issues you tape. Alright, so.
What, it don't work?
Oh, it works. It just works so damn good that you just can't get your shit the right way. It's like, it's either this way or no other way. And it's this way and it's not good.
Y'all hear me chewing?
Alright, so, now, look at this.
Let me know if y'all can hear me chewing.
Why, what are you whistling on?
For those of y'all that do care, it's pineapple chunks. Dried, succulent, natural tidbits.
Yeah, I just got Chick-fil-A. Actually, that's not true because again, on my drive back down, got me to Zaxby's. Yeah. Yeah, the Zaxby's content in my blood was getting low. Although truth be told, I want to shout out my boy John. The Russia's content in my blood is getting real low. Going to have to fix that sometime in the near future. So I see a pilgrimage to Columbia, South Carolina in the near future as we try to replenish our bloodly stocks of Russia's. If you ain't been to South Carolina, you don't know. But I mean, basically, it's really probably nothing more special than any other place's burger and fries. But damn, Russia's is pretty good. Got me drooling. So you know. Damn it! What happened to this thing's wing?
I could go for a good cookout burger. People.
Cookout is good.
That's what I. Cookout is delish. I need to figure out how they make theirs so I can make them.
Basically, I think it was like a hand pressed patty and fudge sickles. Why can't you just cut? Why?
What was this?
I don't know about you guys, but this is my first day with this tape. My first day with hands cutting up tape, dude. I don't know how a tape dispenser can get worse through non-use. This tape dispenser is fighting. God, it's fighting.
Throw that in there.
So he will. Okay, wait.
Have a surplus of pencils laying around because this is just crazy.
Getting back on this. Hold on a minute. Getting back on this though. So you are going to start the tourney, like around the summertime, like at the very tail end of the winter days.
So yes, that's the plan is to start the tournament sometime in June or July, depending on how long it takes to get into the place. Because the plan is to put in an offer the first week of March. So in about 2.5 more weeks. Let me look at the calendar and see exactly what. Yep. So basically, I'm not really counting this week. So you got next week, the week after, and then that third week. Most likely, I'll probably be up there looking at houses that week. And then make an offer, hopefully that first week of March, if not the very beginning of the next week. Once we make our decision on which one we like. Now, with that said, we still have to wait on 2 inspections. Because the VA is going to do an inspection, and the other inspection gets done by whoever. I don't know why there's another one.
There's always another one. And they're the ones that got to check. And they're the ones that got to check for WBOs.
So once that happens,
because let me tell you, you don't want any WBOs in your house.
They basically said. Yeah, that 45 days they'll be closing, so that puts us right in the middle of April, which we're not planning on being gone until the end of April. But we're always flexible on that, so that's if we close at that time.
If. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if something falls through with the inspections, then we're going to try to have a backup, house that we're going to have an offer in or something.
Or something.
If the first inspection comes back and says no go on the house, then obviously we're not even going to negotiate. We're just going to get out of the deal and then put an offer in on another house.
Well, see, that just sounds about right. I mean, really, you know.
Because at this point, I don't really, not that I don't have time, but I want a permanent house. I'm tired of renting. And it's more so I'm tired of feeling like I'm always having to stay available to move. Like, I can't settle in. I can't make changes because it's not my property. I can't do certain things, you know, that type of thing. So once we get settled in, then it's going to be a fairly quick turnaround for me to get set up, because one, I'm going to have to for work. So I'm going to have internet like almost immediately.
You and the rest of the world, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't me for working from home, then it would be one thing, but because I'm going to be working from home, I'm going to have them come out like almost immediately and do internet. I mean, obviously we're going to have power come whatever day we buy the house or whatever and close on it. We're going to schedule the power for like 24 to 48 hours. But
Cool.
we'll already have an idea of what day we're closing, so we'll know, okay, let's get power scheduled, let's get the internet scheduled, let's get all those things scheduled.
And be done with it.
Yeah, because at that point, it's, you know,
I always fucking fly like that.
once I got power, internet, depending on how the water situation is, whether it's city or well, then I'm good either way. And let's get rolling. and then from there, it's just going to be a matter of, okay, where is the office going to be? You know, where's my setup going to be? And go ahead and start laying that out and actually setting up the network.
Right. Hi, Ben. How are you doing this fine evening?
Yo, what's going on, Big Ben?
I see you put a preview up for your rollout of the X47. That's pretty cool. Thanks for the anticipation.
I was looking at the YF23 the other day.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I kind of definitely do like that a little bit more than the YF22.
Oh yeah, dude. It's, man. The thing is just, oh my God. How can I begin to say how many ways that plane should have won? God. It's like so cool, so futuristic, and it must be because
they both look similar. That's the thing. Like the YF22 and the YF22, but the 23 both look similar. As far as the fixed wing goes.
Yeah, they were both using that rhomboid shape. Yeah, I just like the fact
that that's the only way that they were going to be able to achieve. What was that? Supersonic without the afterburner.
Oh, Super Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Cruise without the afterburner.
Super Cruise isn't. Yeah, but Super Cruise isn't as actually big a deal as the Americans lead it to believe, though. I mean, because actually there's a few planes nowadays that actually have it besides the F-22. As a matter of fact, the F-18 can do it as well. But, like, I think the Flanker can do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Flanker can do it. I believe Typhoon can do it. Rafale can do it. I don't know if Gripen can do it. Maybe in the newest guys, but...
Well, when you say conventional, like, even the 22 was still not conventional.
No, that's true. It wasn't.
I mean, because they didn't say whether or not it had to be fixed wing. They just wanted it to be low stealth and, you know, basically faster and more agile. And that's what you get with a fixed wing.
Well,
type aircraft.
Basically, they kind of chickened out. Is it? I mean, you can say, and you can remember like the interviews and such saying like, okay, Lockheed knew how to work the system and work the the marketing of the aircraft, and they did do this. But it's like when they say like the F-22 is more conventional, because seriously, when you look at it, what do you see? You basically see a modified F-14/F-15. Whereas you look at the F-23 and it's like your mind is blown, because it's like there ain't nothing out there that looks like that. There's still no other plane right now that looks like that. I mean, nobody's made one.
It definitely did, and I have to agree with you. It definitely did have the tails that seem to be more traditional versus the 23, where it had they were kind of more of a slant.
Like this, yes, they were like this on the Pink Widow, because that's their design. Yeah, the tailplane, the vertical and horizontal tailplane were duplicated in the such outlandish angling of them, and they were huge.
Oh, you guys just didn't hear it.
Oh, that's what that was.
Because I'm muted.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, they were like, I can't remember exactly, but they said like they almost had the exact same wing area as like, they had a bigger wing area than like a T-38, but they almost had the like a little under the wing area of like an F-18A, so they're huge considering. I always like looking at the difference of the designs and wondering, like, you know, how a long plane, like either one of them were going to be, and like, okay, the F-23, yeah, it didn't have thrust vectoring, and it had the engine channels, kind of like the B-2, but I thought that was, you know, I mean, was it going to be maneuverability that was going to win the day, or was it going to be BVR shooting that was going to win the day? Because they were both stealthy, and many people agreed that the F-23 was stealthier. But I mean, seriously,
yes,
it had to be.
It definitely was. It definitely was stealthier.
Yeah, but it had to be by like
more
sheer square meters, you know.
And that's the thing with it, is that it was. I mean, I was doing some research on it, because I was like, why did it, you know, lose basically? Why did it? And I think it really came down to, I think Lockheed had kind of a, I don't know if they had an inside person, or it felt like they were already kind of in the deal.
It was, yeah.
And they just needed to compete with the 23.
Right. Yeah, and you're right. That's some of it. It was.
See, that's the thing. Pratt Whitney had the engine regardless. Like, Pratt Whitney did the engine for both of them.
Well, so did General Electric. And the thing is, a lot of people say that like if the F-23, if the F-23 would have won, General Electric probably would have won, because they liked that variable cycle engine that they made. That's also revolutionary. But again, I think the Air Force chickened out. I think they didn't want.
The engine was picked before the model was picked, before the plane was picked.
No, it was hand in hand. They did it hand in hand. Because both planes had both sets of engines.
Because they had 4 planes, right?
Yeah. Both planes had both sets of engines.
Interessante.
Yeah, and it's like once they saw how they flew, again, there was like the YF-120, the General Electric variable cycle engine. They liked that. Yeah, they liked it better mated with the F-23 body than they did with the F-22. So it was kind of like, I think preliminary was, if we're picking the F-22, we're picking the Pratt, whereas if we're picking the F-23, we're picking the General Electric.
And that's crazy, because. Yeah, that's crazy, because Pratt Whitney is like right down the street from me.
I
couldn't imagine.
No offense to anybody who may be favoring it, but like I've always preferred Pratt engines to General Electrics. No particular reason, really. Just, you know, military-wise. I mean, dude, Pratt doesn't do too much commercially compared to General Electric, but military-wise, it's got to be a Pratt. I thought that, like, again, it was a little bit of marketing, and it was a little bit of chickening out, and it was also a little bit of like, again, the Air Force just straight up being a little bit pissed off about Northrop, you know, how they kind of jacked them on the B-2 and such, and there was another program in there in between. that they kind of like. Again, Air Force, the government has long memories when it comes to that, so they were like, nah, we're gonna go with this one, and now we're stuck, you know?
Yeah, they stuck. Between a rock and a freaking hard place.
No, he's down. Well, where were you at when you was next to Pratt?
I'm right here, right next to Pratt.
Oh, in Florida? Yeah, he's down. Yeah, that's exactly where he's at, Ben. He's right about down in where are you at?
Down
Jupiter?
the street.
You still in Jupiter? No, you're in my bad.
No.
You're close to Orlando now.
No, I'm down by West Palm. Yeah, I'm down by West Palm.
Oh.
I'm still down here.
I'm sorry, because you keep going up to Orlando, and well, you used to keep going up to Orlando. Maybe.
I visit a lot, but yeah, I'm down. Pratt Whitney. The actual, because they have like 3, I think, 2 or 3 places down here that people work. But one of the main ones is down, like, right down the street, like 20 minutes, if that. Because I live in the back, so it's like. The main highway. The main road out here is Seminole Pratt Whitney Road.
It is indeed a small world. Made smaller by this tool we're using right now.
I gotta go one way or the other, so it really doesn't matter. It's right out there. But because everybody's down here jacking up prices, I can't Ford, nor can I Chevy, nor can I do anything else in this area. And so it is time to find a new casa.
Man, dude, you were flicking. Man, when you said that, like, I heard that noise, I was like, what are you doing? You're going to bring something in front of the camera? It would be totally unexpected.
What are you talking about?
Well, I heard you made a little noise. I don't know what it was. It was like you rattling something?
Oh,
or?
I was shutting the, what you guys talking? I was shutting the closet.
Oh, okay. I literally thought something was going to happen.
No, I was shutting the closet, guys. Sorry, I'm making all kinds of ruckus under here trying to fix this crap.
Oh no, but Ben, no, I was like, sorry, we got a little sidetracked there, but yeah, kind of excited. Hey, Robert, how you doing, man? How you doing? I was kind of excited for your preview, like I said, that upcoming the X47. Is that like going to be the quote unquote the official rollout? Because I know this is something you've been working on for a while, so it hasn't seen like the light of day outside the air, taking the wing yet. This is the problem I've been having up here. Is like, I know y'all don't have it, but again, this is going on our like 5th day of single digits, and like quite a few of these days have had lows in the not even registering on the thermometer, the mercury. So yeah, I kind of don't really want to get out there and fly. I do, but I don't, because damn, it's cold. There's only so cold it could go before it's like, it doesn't even matter now. Now it's just a number. She can say these numbers when she tells me the temperature, and it's like, so what? 1, 13, 20. It like really, the body doesn't able to tell the difference anymore. It's just freaking cold. It's not so much too much snow. Too much snow I can handle. As a matter of fact, if I were to do a flight now, like Mark, you can attest to this, I wouldn't be able to take a Javelin out there and simply punch it into a snowbank anymore, because now the top of the snow has kind of got this nice frost glazing. And, a Javelin might be able to punch it, but most other planes just glide across the top of it now. So,
yep.
Yeah, it's 2 feet deep, but they're probably not going to do no plunging into the bank anymore. And again, like, I'll be quite happy to take any of my birds out there, save a Javelin. I learned my lesson that time. And like that was like taking Banshees and Diamants out the other day, Oh, and Goblins too. This was like before it got super cold. No, I mean, like, I'll fly them. They'll glide on the surface of the snow when they land. It ain't too big of a deal. And it's better now than it was because now they won't, like, when they glide, they won't kick up a whole bunch of snow and toss it onto the body. Because now, again, it's frosted down, so they don't kick up much. And with them staying as cold as the air around them, they don't get much snow on board. So, again, it's a matter of when you go out. And in your case, or in my case, in any case, because, Mark, if you ever get inclined to do it, you go out there to fly, you have to leave the plane sit out there for a moment or two to get acclimated to that temperature. You bring them in, you bring them out from temperatures like this, and snow melts on them. It's going to melt on them, and they're going to get wet. They spend.
Leave them in the box.
Yeah, you spend like just simply some 30 seconds out there with them. Just let them acclimate and then fly. They won't feel it at all. It won't be that big of a deal. So. 66 today. Mark said he was sweating his balls off. What's the temperature down by you, man? Gotta be like.
So you guys want to talk about temperature?
Yours has got to be like 70 or something, I'd
Hey
imagine.
Siri, what's the temp?
Play cookie for me.
66 degrees right now.
Wait, what? 66?
Yep, that's cold.
It's cold. That's the same thing Robert just said.
Cold. I'm not cold if you guys think I'm cold. I'm not cold. I'm sweating like a racehorse right now. And I'm dying. Hey Siri, what's the humidity? 100%.
What, is it raining? 100%! Jesus Christ.
Hey Siri, is it raining?
Yes.
No, it is not raining. It's got a 10% chance of rain at 100% humidity.
So
that's how Florida is.
So it just feels like it's raining.
What is the real feel? Because that's really what you need to know.
What it really feels like is the air
It
is.
feels like 66, which that's a lie. I doubt it.
Yeah.
It was like 85 degrees out here right now.
Out here? Are you outside?
No, I'm inside, but it feels like I'm outside.
Oh, okay.
Outside, I'm in here, out here, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, it's man.
Waterproof.
Well, if you get waterproofing, like we're talking about with like tapering, but let me go on it. Like, you build the planes out of such material that it's like, I mean, unless you actually submerge them, I think if they were to take a little bit of humidity, even if you got raindrops, they'd survive, because you don't build simple paper. You're using fiberboard and such. Cardstock has your fuselage skin. I wouldn't think you'd have that much of a problem initially. I mean, you couldn't leave them out there. And, I mean, you wouldn't take it through a rainstorm. But, I mean, even if it were to start raining on you, I would think yours would be in better shape than, like, something like this would, Then, yeah, this is ultimately, I guess, one of our goals is to, like, completely weatherproof a bird so that it can make it around out in this. And, again, tapering, a great way to go. I feel it's not like, I mean, nothing is probably 100% proof, but tapering is definitely damn close. So,
Waterproof. Hey Siri, can you tell me what temperature it is inside? Oh yeah, I don't have any accessories set up because I don't want you accessing my home network like that. Mm-mm.
That's not bad either. I didn't know think about that. Yeah, you could whatever you could do to kind of like
Hey Siri,
laminate.
can you tell me at what temperature I sweat my balls off?
Siri does not know the word liquid balls.
How cold is too cold and how warm is too warm? That's how I feel right now.
You have to find the happy medium.
I don't
Right?
have a happy medium right now.
Oh, COVID. Yeah, clear pack. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that, taping it up. I mean, in any way, I'm sure. Because other than like getting tape and then like wrapping it in say something like plastic wrap and then taping the seams on the plastic wrap, which of course bubble wrap can be. Hey, that's not funny. That's not a bad idea. You think you can build a plane out of bubble wrap? It would have to be the small kind. It'd have to be the small bubble wrap, not the huge bubbles.
Yep, I got the small bubble wrap. I got both. Gotta protect my stuff.
That's what they.
Still haven't found a box big enough to put this mat on, though.
The mat? What? The cutting mat?
The mat. My cutting mat.
You gonna put it in a box? Or just leave it flat somewhere?
I thought about it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with everything. I've got a whole nother PC right here.
Oof.
Oh yeah, I'm golden. I got a PC right there and a PC right here.
I gotta look. You know what? That reminds me because this was something we were talking about the last show too.
I got a PC right there. I got 3 PCs, man.
I gotta look up, like this aluminum tape you guys were talking about turning it into metal. Aluminum foil repair tape. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 PCs. I got 3 PCs right here too. Actually, I got 7, but.
I didn't realize I had 3.
2 there, 2 there, 1 over there. Okay, technically 6. That's not a tower. That's a laptop. But oh shit! Excuse me. I've got 10 right here because there's 3 laptops on the ground. So they're all junk.
I'm not counting laptops.
Yeah, I don't want to count laptops. One's truthfully a brick. There's no way in hell I'm ever using it for anything. Dude, wait a minute. That aluminum backing tape is $6,000. $6,000. What in the hell is that made out of? Okay.
Aluminium.
Good. It says 3M tape backing material aluminum number. Oh, it's probably a bunch of it. 6 top package of 36. 36 still. Glass foil tape with number of adhesive sides 1. So in other words, just 1. 67.93 for a package of 36. Well, I know that's not actually what you're talking about, but holy shit. Damn. Oh, I see. You could fly this tape. Apparently you could put this around your plane and fly this tape on the surface of Venus because it's actually rated up to 325 degrees. So you can put this tape in the oven and your plane would be okay. That's not a bad idea. Oh, and negative 20 degrees, so I can fly it here. Huh, not bad. Wow. Just wow.
I found an old image of Viper.
Where are you finding these images, man? Are you looking through the old stuff?
Yeah, I had it for a while apparently.
Well, I also see this 3M silver aluminum foil tape, 1 inch by 5 yards for $3 on Amazon. That's probably more our speed, isn't it, gentlemen? Yeah. Of course, that's not a whole lot of it, but I love how they give you this stuff. Like, you notice how they sell tape? Doesn't the way they sell tape kind of frustrate you? Like, seriously, it's like that inner core is always about the same size. You know, like 2 1/4, 2.5 inch, right? So it can go in a gun or something like that. But then they're going to sell you, like, I'm only going to give you 5 yards, around that, so it looks like it's Jaeger puny little thing. Or you wear the other one's like, bam, tape, Like, you know what? Skip out on that crap. Give me a core that's about a 1/2 inch, and then fill it with tape. I'll deal with the core later. You know what I mean? I know they still charge. It's just, like, what's with the standardized core, Like, the hell? I don't know. So I see a bunch of these. They have this dented aluminum tape, which is polycon tape. That's $53. There's reinforced aluminum at 50 yards for $28. That's actually reasonable considering it's 50 yards. But I'm just seeing, like, I mean, the same stuff you can get from Home Depot and stuff I see is of relatively reasonable price. Man, it dropped $6,000 on glass. Maybe it's because it's glass infused. Mark, you gonna get some of this? I don't mean the $6,000 one. I just mean like $6. You know. We should do this.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing $6,000.
No, that's what I mean. No, just like this right here. This has foil tape. I wonder if this actually counts. This is only $3. 1 inch by 5 yards. This, Robert, this kind of sounds like some of the stuff that I've seen you have. Well, you get like 2 inches or something like that, but I got to get me some of this. But I'm kind of tempted. I'm kind of scared to buy it. I'd kind of like to try it before I buy it. I wonder if any of these people that like the Pelican paper will get me some free, like, test tape. Probably can do that, right? Oh yeah. Speaking of that, Ben, there you go. Like, talk to Pelican. Pelican, we did that on the show. How long ago was that, Mark? Like, hell, a year now? We contacted Pelican. I contacted Pelican, and they sent me some, like, just free samples of their waterproof paper. Waterproof paper. And like every kind of thing that I get like that, I chicken out on using it because it's like the only one I have, so I want to make sure whatever I built the one on the show. That's the only one I built, and I have to admit, it's tough to fold and crease and hold the fold because it is of a firmer stuff. But you know, like, I mean, if you're using it to skin stuff, not just simply fold, hell, that'd probably be the way to go. Like, I could build something like this. You build something like this out of it, and it'd probably turn out really cool. Oh, speaking of that, Mark, I got you. That reminds me. What would we do if we do a plane like this? Think hard now. I mean, I got
no words for you people.
I know we've never really dealt with it, right? I mean, it's like, how do we
cut the top half, I cut the bottom.
That's what I mean. It's like, so instead of like what we do standardly, you know, if we build our joint plane, you know, we flip the coin and like the person decides what kind of paper we use and then first fold, whatever, so on and so forth. But this is different. It's like, who draws the pattern? Who decides the cut and where do you cut? Because like once it's a body, it's like practically done, right?
You cut the top and I cut the bottom.
That's what I was wondering. I mean, especially in the case of like, well, Ben and Robert over there, that, you know, that's what they build. They build like lifting bodies. They build blended bodies. So there's practically no folding involved. If we did a joint plane with these, what the hell? You know, it's like, okay, let's start out with this. I mean, you could always like draw the pattern and then say, okay, we're going to cut and we're going to use the outside versus the inside of it. You know, I don't even know how stupid you get, but that's what I mean. Is like, these are totally weird. I'm just planning ahead because again, we talked about, guys. We talked this about a couple previous shows. We were saying like we should get together. We'll get together one of these times and actually do like a joint session and then maybe a joint build. And it's like, if we do a lifting body, I always wonder, how are they going to turn out? You know, I mean, for real, how would they turn out? It's not like simply creating the folds as we do. You know, one person folds once, and then you hand it over to the next person. The next person makes a fold, hand it over to next. You know, the repeat person makes another fold, so on and so forth. When it's a blended body like this, it's beyond fold. It's cuts. You know, and then, I mean, adding your tech is one thing. So there is that. But, I mean, that's basically the 2 steps, deciding the shape and then adding the tech. I think. I mean, definitely a worthwhile pursuit. I want to see where it goes, but I'm just thinking about the ways it could be done. So. So it's duck mirror. Okay, well, yeah. So you don't have to go for all these ones that are say like, I also see that there's this Nashua all weather foil tape, extreme weather. This doesn't seem.
All right, people.
Oh, you're back? Okay. This doesn't seem too pricey, but it also is the added bonus of weatherproofing. So, I mean, dude, this eliminates both of our problems instantly. I mean, you're taping it together, and it's all weather. I mean, technically,
my problems.
What? COVID.
No, moving.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Get
I know.
That's not in the house.
But like, dude, this stuff you get this.
I plan on, and that's the thing with this with the new base. I plan on having like an actual workshop area, guys. So not only am I gonna have like 50 plus acres, I'm gonna have a workshop dedicated for me and my space. I'm gonna be able to produce videos because it's gonna be a permanent setup. Like I feel like I can finally set up everything that I need to set up, and I can just leave it in its spot and not have to worry about tearing it down or that it's in the way or anything else. Like it's gonna have a permanent spot, so the camera will always be ready.
Didn't you say that before you were at the place you're at now?
No. I know you guys are saying that. I have always been renting. I've never bought.
I know, but you thought this place. I thought this place was going to be that place. I thought. Maybe I was wrong.
We planned on staying in the area, but I never planned on staying here because it's not mine.
Still renting.
Yeah, we're still renting. So, did we want to stay here longer? Yes.
Well, I mean, I know you were talking about.
Differently.
Well, I know you were also talking about like you had said it'd be nice if you could like rent to own the spot you were in. So.
Yeah, but that'll never happen, unfortunately, here. It's just like they're not going to do that. They wouldn't even let us out of our lease early. They're not going to let me buy it from them. I mean, I just doubt that would even happen. Would I like to buy this house? Yes and no. I mean, it has so much stuff that needs to be done to it. Like, I don't even know if it would pass inspection. Like, there's stuff that needs to be done to the back patio area, the roof, the siding, like major repairs that need to be done, but they're not going to do it because they don't live in it permanently. So until it falls apart, they're not going to fix it.
They look at you and say, "Marines, fix it."
And that's the thing. That's the other thing about this place is that they almost require you to be some sort of handy person to fix things that normally your landlord should repair. And it's just like, really? Like, that is not my responsibility.
That's why I have a landlord. That's why I'm renting. I got you.
But you're renting?
No, you. That's what I said. That's why I'm renting. I don't need to worry about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you bought.
No, we bought this. Yeah. Like I said, I was just speaking for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like when you're renting, that's why you're renting, is so you don't have to deal with that shit.
Yeah, so I don't have to deal with the repairs. And down here, it is definitely, being down here is definitely semi-cost effective, depending on what you're trying to do to rent, because then you don't have to deal with those repairs. we've gone through 2 AC units
Well, yeah.
within the last 2 places. The
Welcome to
first one went
Florida.
out, well, when we first moved into the place, that one went out within months, and then whole reason we had to move 4 months after we got here was because it created mold, and the landlord was having a hard time fixing it, and we had to move out. Um, so then the next place we lived in was okay. Then we moved into the condo for 3 years, and then that one had issues.
I remember the
And
mold.
we've been
I definitely
here
remember the
at this
mold.
place, and this one has had to be fixed twice since we've been here.
Well, mold has a tendency to grow when the humidity is 100%.
Yeah, and when you're trying to cut costs on certain things, electric is definitely one of them, because the electric bills up here or down here can get outrageous if you don't put them under control.
Amen to
Because
that.
people want their houses cold, and I get that. They don't want to be sweating like I'm sweating right now, but in order to not pay $400 a month in electric, we choose to live semi uncomfortable,
Semi uncomfortable.
because some of us are more uncomfortable than others. That way, and that's the thing, like when it got down to 40 degrees here, we didn't turn on the heater. It stayed cold in the house. So was it cold in the house while it was cold outside? Yeah. So,
Ah!
we went to the other extreme with it as well.
Yeah.
So I was happy at that point, even though I was cold in the house. I was happy because I wasn't sweating.
It's the 10th. Okay.
So that's what we're doing until we move to help cut costs. Because when you can take your electric bill from $250 down to $70, that's when you know you're doing something right. And this is a 4-bedroom, 2,400 square foot house, and we are in it 24/7. I work from home. I've been working from home since the beginning of December. I have been lights on, multiple PCs running, TV, kids' computers, all this stuff, and still the electric bill is low.
Which is good.
Which is good. So taking that into account, it's like, all right, I know we can survive and get through until it's time to move.
And you know something else? I almost totally forgot about something else. But not meaning to distract from that, but you know what day it is? Do you know what day it is? Do you remember what day it is?
I might have forgot.
You might have forgot.
But I think I know what day it is.
You do know what day it is?
I think I know what day it is, people.
Remember how?
Let me go back over here and pull up this.
He thinks he knows what day it is. If you remember what we were talking about last week when we said...
I'm pulling up something.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he knows.
Come on, open up. Move this over here. We're going to scroll down to here. We're going to scroll down to here. We're going to look down here. And holy moly, people. Holy moly.
I think he knows what we're talking about.
Holy moly, people. Are you guys ready for this? Thunderbolt is 20 years old.
Today! This is exactly what I wanted to hit on, was one of these cool-ass anniversaries, and we hit one. Exactly on Showtime. 20 years old today, Thunderbolt is.
So, I might have to build one in just a little bit.
I have to officially be like, this 20 years of
I
Thunderbolt.
don't. I mean, I don't normally build them on their anniversary because I don't normally pay attention. So for it to actually be today, and even though I'm not doing the one a days with Thunderbolt, I might do one today. One today, not one a day.
To acknowledge today.
To acknowledge today.
This is what I was talking about last time. Was I was like, hey, you could do something. Are you gonna do something special? You know, because today is that day. We have.
I might have to reach down there. And
I mean,
grab that.
if it was like a better weather, I would say like go outside and like have a special like flight day for Thunderbolts only or something
Yeah,
or whatever.
no, definitely no flying today. And no flying for probably the rest of the week and a half.
I didn't forget it, but remember, if you remember, guys, what I was talking about last week was saying like I was trying to include some, you know, anniversaries in our stuff and stuff like that.
We missed Phase last week.
Yeah,
Phase
well,
6 was last week.
I did mention it was coming. I was trying to be on these days where we hit it. So I'm just like for the upcoming week. I consider all the upcoming weeks. So right now, like Javelin is coming up. That's a big one for me. Arrow is today as well for OAE. But I mean, these are also planes like technically we got to consider the active ones. So really, it's only Javelin, Thunderbolt, Omniwing, Swift, and Titan for OAE. So there's quite a few. But like this week, and again, this week is before next week's show, which would be the 17th. So I don't think any others coincide with that. Nope, everything else is beyond that. Oh, there is one. There is one the 16th.
What do I got coming up? I got Spiders in July. I got Swallow in July. I got something else in July that I don't own anymore. I got Vipers in July. That's funny. I built Viper the same day.
Yeah, you did.
How in the world do I still have that, but I don't have Black Squire?
It is a mystery.
I don't have the original ones, but I have the same. That's insane.
It is indeed a mystery.
Because I don't even have.
We'll leave it like that.
All right, I might have a solution to that later on. Firecat's coming up in July too.
So if any of you guys, July was a big month for you. I mean, back in the day, because you hit like there's 2 months that are big for you. It was January and July because of where we were at and what you were doing at the time. Seriously, those are like your biggest months. Because basically you had gotten in.
2008.
You had gotten in,
well?
and both days we got together, and that's when like you hit a whole bunch there. You had a fresh batch of ideas, and we hit on them strong.
Wow. I remember Spider, but Swallow? No. This is insane.
And the cool thing is most of yours are active.
Half of my force right there.
Oh, speaking of which, I need to get from you, well, like Robert too. When do you want to officially say the Squire and the Knight are retired?
I got something for that.
Okay.
I thought about that. I was thinking about that, guys. And what really is going to happen is somehow they might just reappear.
Oh, so the thing I always said just may very well happen. Huh? Okay. Okay. Huh. Imagine that.
They may just reappear. How? I don't know. From what? I have no idea. it may be version 2. Probably what's gonna happen.
Or like I do, the NG. You could do the next generation because that's essentially what they are.
Yeah, maybe that's what we. Yeah, maybe that's what we should do. Name them all NG whenever you forget or lose the original.
Yeah, I'm all for that. If we could agree on that, that might be that. I mean, like we don't have to, but I think that's really a cool idea because, yeah, if you don't know, but you know, it's like maybe there's some, like you know, the basic form, something, you know, that's all you need, you know, and you can base it off of that.
Oh,
like,
see, that's
because
the
like
thing.
all I
That's the thing.
like do,
You guys need to
ironically,
actually remember how to build that thing. That's
ironically, like I said, this right here, I do remember Squire and Knight had something like this. Not like this, but something like this. That's all I remember about them. They had some kind of canarded horn winglet thing on top of the forewing. That's all I remember about them.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently the new generation is not going to do that.
Not anymore. I don't know what it's gonna have.
That doesn't have to be official for like everybody in IVPAC, but I mean, it's a pretty good recommendation. If there's a plane that you had back in the day that you forget, I mean, like you could even bring back something. Say you retired it.
That's right. Oh, see, he had the arrow was today as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
His is 11 years old.
But it's retired.
Yeah, because he retires 5 seconds after he builds them.
He tests a lot of
5
birds.
seconds after I build them, so it's the same thing.
It really is. It's just you keep the design around a lot longer, hence why Thunderbolt's 20 years old.
Yeah, I keep mine around longer, even though I lost them 20 years ago.
And like how in 3 days' time, Javelin's going to celebrate its 33rd anniversary.
Where's that at? Oh my goodness. Is that up? That's up towards the top.
Yeah.
Javelin. Oh my goodness.
February 13th, 1988, she rolled out. That didn't fly first until Valentine's Day.
Oh my goodness.
She come a long way since then. Well, actually, she really hadn't come a long way since then. I just don't use V1 anymore, basically. But, yeah, she come a long way.
That's insane, guys. That's insane.
33 years, and I'm still using that puppy.
Phase 2 is about 33.
Ah, but that one's retired, too. But, yeah, 33 years old.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I brought these out again, because I was thinking about the anniversary, and I was looking at this one, and these are one of those ones that, like, you know, again, point out to you that the plane itself. You saw the date, yeah. These are both like that. This one's a little bit younger.
218.
Yeah.
Number sounds familiar.
Yeah, 218. Yeah, I've done videos with her. Actually, I did do videos with this one too. But yeah, these are the ones from 1990. So those are 31-year-old aircraft. Well, not yet. They're not 31-year-old yet, but they're 30.
I can't wait to get to that point.
it's cool having those. I love it. I will never retire these because so many of them are already tired at that age. These things are going to fly as long as I can keep them airborne because, damn it, dude.
And they still fly, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got to take them out regular. I wouldn't take them out right now, but I'll take them out regularly. I'm kind of scared to take them out right now. I'll save that for the youngins. But the 30-year-olds, they'll go out when it's a nice day. Fly the skies around. If you could look at my channel, there's a video of 218. And this was like 5 years ago when she was younger. I still wish I had number one Javelin. I might still have the number one Javelin.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep the number ones of my time.
I don't have the number one Phase 1. I lost that in a war. I lost number 1 and number 3. Well, actually, I technically lost 1 through 7 in the war, so That kind of sucked. But that's what happens when you're in battle. I don't have Osprey. I don't have Windcuter.
You don't have Bull.
Nope. Nope.
Oh man. I mean, do you have any of these?
No. I mean, basically, if it was built around that time when I had that period, they were lost to the war.
Vanguard, Egret, Rhino.
Well, that's Borg's planes. Yeah, that's not mine. That's Bates. That's from Bates' organization. Yeah, those aren't mine.
I was looking at. Yeah, sorry. I was looking at those, and then you got Arrow Flash, and then you got Nat. Yeah, those. Yeah. Get on.
Yeah, I got to update this thing because it does still. Like I think I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I got to do like the airlift and bomber phase 2s are still in here, and they have been retired. They have been retired because I've actually given serious thought to retiring the airlift and bomber versions of the phase 3 and 4. But if I did that, I would severely probably hamper my reserves. So
we get down here to Dag Nabbit. Did I build those in 19? Oh my goodness, I got a year on them already.
A year? They're approaching 2.
Dang. I mean, they didn't even fly until 6 months old, 7 months old.
Right? Where's Skyline at, Robert? Skyline is newer, right? That's one of the ones you put up on the video recently. Like RBL. 30 years, yeah. It's nice, isn't it? Do you see that? See that? She's still got some pretty good form to her. You can still see the build quality. All of her don't stab the other one. All the curves are still there. I mean, like I said, there's a video on my channel of this one flying about 5 years ago. I put it up there. I could tell too because first of all, it's notebook paper, which I don't usually build them out of anymore because it used to result in one hole. And again, I put this on the show. Like, if you look, this is the hole that was in the notebook paper. I had to punch these holes in to balance it out to maintain symmetry because I used to fly with just the one hole. They still did pretty good. But yeah, these are both of these are 30 years old. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have those around. Mark, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. You got to hold on to those puppies. I know you got some oldies.
Yeah, I got some old one guys. You know, I mean, I can't. I'm not opening the box because I've got it packed nice and neat, tight. And
Right.
I got packing stuff in there along with it to help protect them.
We do like Robert does and just tuck those in, yeah. I know, Rob. Every time you tell me about that, kind of like breaks my heart a little bit to think about that. Because it's like, dude, this is why we like to date them, so you know that you've got a plane that old. So I know I can say, like, yep, I cranked this puppy out in October, cranked this puppy out in December. There's a couple others hanging on my line that old, too. Ironically, they're mostly phases. Javelins could never really hang around that long because javelins, I mean, they get abused, you know. We throw them at each other in the hallway of an apartment building, or we just, like, launch them up and down, and, you know, they crash really hard. But the phases, I mean, they just glide, so they haven't been lost to a roof. Or actually, that's not really true. I think 218's been on a roof before, but gotten back kind of quickly. So, yeah, it's just you got to make sure you keep them away from the elements, and by the elements I mean all elements. You know, weather, rain, roofs, wives, everything. You can't go moves, dogs, children. They can't. Thinking of all the creeks, you know. I'm thinking of all the things there's so much that could destroy them. So, and I mean, I talk a good game because of course there's like 745 phases built, and I really only have. Well, I probably have 300 of them, but I've lost more than I have. So, Javelin's the same way. Although I do have a lot. I think I've got more javelins than I've lost at this point. No, that's not true. Ironically enough, the longest tenured birds that I have in my fleet, in my force, only because I have those sheer numbers, I've lost more than I currently have. Anywhere. Palace, Pad, Pry Fly, and Active Duty. Ready to go. But like the others, and maybe because they're just newer or whatever, like, okay, Banshee's been weeded out because if you remember like 2 years ago on Facebook, which ironically is the last post, we have got to post more shit on Facebook, if only briefly, people. I know I got to do it too, but we got to at least put something on there. Anyway, besides that, well, Nova, okay, yeah, Nova's the same way. But Diamant, Goblin, it's not just because these are like only 5 years old, but even like Banshee, Venom, Venom's different, but I never built that many Venom back in the day in the first place. But the newer ones, yeah, I have more. Matter of fact, in some cases, I have almost all of them. Wyverns, Team Diamond, yeah, that probably. Vampires, I have all the vampires. I have all the Diamants. I have all the Wasps and the Furies. I have all the Pylums, all 3 of them. I've built 3 of those now. Cirrus, I have all the Cirruses. I do not have all the... I may have all the Nimbuses, so I might have my entire Cloud family. But the Spear family I don't have all of, and then the Windcutter family, yeah, they're all but gone. But again, when I go back through my history, I go way back, and I go back to the battle, and the war really, like I said, if it was the Windcutter family, if it was the earliest phases, the Osprey, yeah, they were lost because they went through the battles, and the enemy definitely, they got destroyed one way or another. Children, stuff like that. So, plus the fact that, again, like when you were a kid, like I said, stuff like this. Now, you know, it took you to get to be elderly enough to know that you'd like know you have something special that you won't lose it, like this. You know, you don't start out building these planes thinking like, oh, I'm gonna keep this thing forever. You lose it in a tree and like, screw it. But this is one of the reasons why I like having, like, anytime you make a flight, you should put in a flight log, put it on the calendar, so you can reference it, so you know that, like, hey, I had this plane. I can't stress that enough. I mean, that way you could say, like, you could reference your calendar and go back every day you flew and say, like, the number of the plane, if it's number 218, you know. If I go back there and find out, like, oh, I flew it twice and it sucked, I can burn this. This is what happened to a lot of my planes. I voluntarily burned them because they just sucked. Maybe I tested a tech I didn't like, or they folded wrong, or whatever. I mean, it's a matter of trying to weed it out, and it's a matter of not like, I don't need to have that many on hand. Especially, again, because when you're a kid, you don't care. You throw them, you get them on a roof, you get them stuck in a tree, you're like, oh, I've got to go inside and eat dinner. Whatever, it's getting late, go inside. I mean, again, you got a curfew, you're 11 years old, whatever, you go inside. You might lose it. Now you're 20 and you don't have a curfew anymore, and you go outside, you lose it, and you might actually, you know, break your arm trying to get out of a tree. But it's crawl on a roof, get a basketball, whatever, you know. But it's different. It's different.
Find it on the curb late at night.
Go searching through a field for 3 hours when you realize it didn't really leave the box. God, that sucked.
It left the box.
I can't believe, well, yeah, it left the box, but I can't believe we looked around all that place when it was really all that close by. Like, oh my God, it's right here.
Is it in the curb on the ground?
But yeah, I mean,
right where we found it.
And that's why, like, I've tried to self-analyze this too. Is like, if I go out there and I fly a bunch of planes, I'm not gonna, like, I've made it a point. Is like, you know what? I'm not gonna care. I can't stop caring, but I can't start caring more. You know, they're just I'll be able to build more, and like, I've got a calendar. I can reference the flights. It's like, if they sucked, if it spends the night in a tree, who cares? When it comes down, it'll be instantly retired, or I'm gonna burn it. Plain and simple. So, I mean, if she's got some age, yeah, I'll probably retire it. But if she's like 2 years old, didn't really do anything in her life, I'll burn it because I need to. You know, so you gotta gotta add a little bit of childhood in your adulting to make sure you don't like go out of crazy and have a line with 300 planes on it and 5 boxes with 50 more each in it, and then like 8 shoe boxes with 20 more each in those. Yeah, that's what I've got right now.
That's what you got.
That's about what I've got right now. Yeah.
That's not what I got.
However, it's getting smaller. It's getting smaller. If you want, I'll give you a couple of my boxes that are prepped so you can have hanging mobile boxes, because I'm going to empty these out. So you want one with you want one that holds about 20 to 30 planes depending on type, and you can take them with you and they're always hanging? I'll let you have a couple of these if you want them.
I got an idea on something.
Well, I mean, yeah, we have the hobby box we need to build too.
We've been trying to build those for the last 20, 30 years.
It's only been 20, but I still got the designs for our original hobby box back in the day. That's funny. It's funny. Looking back on it and saying, like, man, we could put a laptop in here back when laptops were about the size of a brick. And now we got tablets. We can just slide in there, or the phone. Like, well, we don't need all that space we said we did before for the laptop.
Yeah, because cell phones weren't even hardly out.
Yeah, you know, the ever marching tech. Oh, let me get this out here before I don't think about this. But our new mascot, the 355th here in my new base, we finally figured it out. I mean, I was thinking back on it. I mean, like the red birds, because the town like bird is the cardinal. Like it's our mascot unofficially. The high school, the cardinal and everything. I didn't really want to use that, so I used the red birds. But in a slight homage to what we used to do when we played. And kind of still do. There's going to be a new one, so I could put a fin code of FF on every bird from here. I've always wanted to do that because it's another one of the Air Force's like true fin codes for the Fighting First from Langley Air Force Base. F-15s and now F-22s carry that. But I'm going to get to put FF on mine, which I like. But it's not for the freezing foundry or whatever. No, we're going to be the Fighting Fuckos. Yes, I finally got to use Fighting Fuckos.
Indeed.
So I got to put FF on there. Like I said, I love it when I get to use like real Air Force or anybody's Air Force really, but real USAF fin codes. So Mark beat me out by having BA on his Brookwood planes. Really hurts. I hate that shit. I love BA, but he has it.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Brookwood's got him, and it sucks.
Do
Oh, I hope I wasn't supposed to save that. I think I just adjusted, so it's okay. Yeah. There's not too many. You got AJ, too, which is a good Navy one, but still. But now that I have FF,
that's something else that I gotta do this year, guys. That I gotta get codes on them.
It would be nice to have some codes on them. Yeah, it definitely would be nice to have some codes.
Indeed it would.
Because like I said, it's cool to see. I mean, if you take the right pictures, if you get the camera up close and you line them up and you see fin codes and numbers on there, it does look cool. You know, if you ever read those magazines and look at those pictures where they show you like Air Forces of the world and showing you this plane's visiting from this base, that's what makes it all hot right there. I still got HR. I got HM. What else do I have? I got KS. I got K. No, you got KS. Oh, son of a bitch, KS is yours. But I got KT, so I'm happy with that.
I had KP.
What else is in there? I think I have WM.
KP.
And for some odd reason, Mark has the freaking monopoly on Qs. Like he got all of Quantico, so he's got like 6 Qs there. But then he lived at Q in High Point at Raintree, so he's still got a Q. It's like freaking amazing.
Crazy.
I do have RS. I do have SA. I do have SW. Oh, these are some good ones.
T.
I do have WA. Yeah, I got some good ones.
What?
I got some good ones. I don't have all the good ones, but I got some good ones. But he's got one of my favorite good ones in the fact that he's got BA.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a base I used to be at, so.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. What you talking about?
Jupiter.
Jump.
It's cool, man. It's cool.
I live at the jump. Live in the lot.
Well, if yours are going to be easy to do though, because if you're going through the tourney and shit, and you don't have too many. How many flyable models do you have right now? You don't have that many, do you?
No, I probably got about. So I got about 10. Wait. So you guys are asking. I mean, are you talking about flyable designs, or are you guys talking
Full planes, in general, total.
full? Okay, so for the full planes, let's see here. I've got, I'd say, I haven't done an accurate count. I think I got about 10 flyable Ekron. I've got probably 20 Spider. We've got about another 10 Ninja, about 5 Daggers, about another 10 Firecat maybe. And then Swallow, I've only got like a handful. Diablo, I had a bunch of,
I'll leave them like this.
but I haven't done, I gotta do the bodies. And I may not even do bodies by that point in time, but by the time we get there. Raptor, I only have those couple, because I haven't gotten to them yet.
Okay, so you see, you don't. So basically, though, it'll be pretty easy for you to fin code those if you want, because you don't have that many flyable, and it's easy to put them on pry fly birds.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean,
That's what you guys think.
yeah, that's all I was getting at. Was like, yeah, it's like you were looking forward to doing that, and you'll be able to do that pretty easily, because, yeah. So.
But then now I got to go back through this technology list and actually go down and
Figure out what tech's on there?
Yeah, I gotta figure out all these techs. So that's gonna be something.
I don't know, but I'm kind of anxious to make one.
That'll probably be a whole video in itself.
See, there you go.
Just that might even be like 15 videos, because I might do one on each design of just going through the tech for you guys and just put that out there.
While you guys build, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
If you guys build along with the text that we put on there, I mean, if we make videos, well, we're showcasing these texts that we're talking about, that we put them on there. I mean, yeah, you guys can obviously build along.
I'll probably be having some special guests as well, because I plan on getting some animals.
Oh, special guests. I thought you were meaning the kids were going to come in and help you out.
Oh, I don't know when I don't know about that.
Well, you heard it there first, people. You don't know about all that.
I don't know about all that. I don't know. You guys are crazy. I don't know about all that. What I do gotta do.
They don't always hurt.
Is I gotta get a property. I mean, we're looking at this one that's got 120 acres on it. Oh, the house has got 120 acres. and a majority of that is wooded. But let me go look. Oh, I gotta use this keyboard.
I like it when you said last week you were talking about me like taking him out to fly and going to the park and shit like that. I'm like, no, dude, it's my house. I'm not taking him anywhere. I'm gonna fly in my freaking front yard or my backyard. Taking him out there. I mean, I might take him onto a park occasionally, but that's a special day. I want to be able to fly at my place. I mean, I flew at my place when I was in the apartment from time to time, but really it's like goblins and banshees, type 1, occasionally type 2. That will be my video. My next video on my channel, by the way, is I'm going to be introducing y'all to the type 4 suffix to be named at the time, because that's the new one. It's not a new rollout or anything, but because type 4 has already been there. But it remains to be seen whether or not if I choose to make it a type 4 or the type 5. So will it have stepped? Will it have stepped or not? We don't know.
Here.
We shall see.
That one's only got 1 acre. That one's really close by. That's why we looked at that one. Let's look at. It was 8 hours ago. Oh crap. That's nice.
What the hell's going on?
That's nice.
Sorry, just trying to make some damage here. Okay, there we go. All right. So, anyway, yeah. So, yeah, the fighting fuckos.
That one is pending now. That one's pending. That one's pending. I don't want that one. That's okay. I didn't want that one anyways.
That kind of goes with what we were talking about before when we said like, being a little bit childish about your adulting when it comes to flying the planes. Just that, like I was saying, flying them in my front yard, my backyard. Yeah, I don't want to have to be all chicken shit about losing my plane on a roof or a tree. Besides, if I lose it on the roof, I'm not lost it on the roof. I can get on my own damn roof. If it makes it on somebody else's roof, well, I know a couple of my neighbors enough. One, across the street, probably won't land on theirs unless it's some extraneous circumstance. Next door neighbor, he's cool. He's the only one I've met and talked to, and he's cool. He wouldn't mind if I did anything. The other one's too far away to probably land on as well, plus there's 2 trees between it, so I don't think I'd make it to that one. So in any case, plus I got my own trees to contend with.
Here we go.
And my trees aren't like those South Carolina trees that I have to contend with where they're hard to climb. I can climb my own trees. So, if they go up, I'm going to get them down. But...
And this one doesn't have a huge area. Yeah, and I'm going to have to clear out some of this to be able to fly safely.
Well, it depends. I mean, what are you going to fly there, so...
Everything.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, it's yours, so yeah. But I mean, like, if you want to be... It depends on how you want to be. If you want to be like, okay, I just want to fly my interceptors and the short range planes there and then worry about their long range, you could just take it to the park or something like that. It's one thing. Again, you can make a special day, but like, see, you shouldn't feel, just like forced to be there because your long range planes you're scared of, So, I mean, will it come to the point where I might take out my trees? It could. It could. My trees are in the process of like what could be dying. I don't want to have to do it, but then again, I got trees coming too. So.
Buckety Creek or Moose River?
Moose River.
That might be the name of the base.
Moose River. That's pretty cool.
Or just moose.
What would you say, Buckety Creek?
Buckety Creek. Buckety Creek and Moose River.
No, Buckety Creek sounds cool. I like that.
Might go with Moose River. If we get this place, because both of them run through the property, so it's kind of cool. But Moose River is really big through the property.
Come on, dunk your plane in the Moose River.
And then, yeah. Because I got that plot, this plot, and this plot. It's 120 acres, nothing but goodness. Oh, there's an open field back here.
Wait a minute. I gotta get this out
I
here
have
while
to
I'm
go
thinking
see
about
how
this.
big this is. This may be where they were deer hunting. I may have to see how big that is. I might be able to fly back there. It might be dangerous, but I might be able to fly back there.
I gotta get that out there because I wanted everybody to know how to spell it because it's not as bad as it sounds.
Buckety. What are we talking about?
It's not as bad as it sounds, but I'm going to use that for FF. So, I mean, we're keeping it that way.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they got this open patch back here. What is this where they were deer hunting?
You know, I didn't think about that when I came up here. Like, my dad had to remind me of that. It's like, yeah, I forget we have, like, genuine, honest-to-goodness whitetails up here. Not the mule deer from down south. We have whitetails. So, bigger deer. Big deer. That's why you don't want to hit a deer around here.
They got blacktails up there too, I think, right?
Because it's like big old freaking, big worry about you deer,
Moose. They call it Moose River. I'm assuming I'm gonna catch me a moose.
Well, I sincerely,
I sincerely hope I do.
I don't think people see too many mooses. I'm sorry. We don't see too many mooses here in Wisconsin. Most places.
Let's see. I mean, I'm like halfway to Canada.
Bah!
This ain't your grandma's backyard right here. This is a big area.
Oh.
Oh,
Mule
Mule
deer.
They got that trail running right.
Actually bigger.
Look at that. Yeah, this is huge, man. I really want this house.
Doe.
318 full. They ruined me with cash only offer because the house is in such crummy shape that you can only be bought with cash. And I'm not paying $500,000 cash for a house that I gotta fix up.
Not only that, but VA's probably not going to let it pass inspection either.
Well, that's why it's cash only, yeah, because they can't do a VA loan through that. So it's got to be a cash only offer. So I ain't doing that. I'm not spending that kind of money cash. I'm just not doing it. I'm not that I got it. I'm just saying I ain't doing it. Because I ain't got it, but I ain't doing it. But that's just a lot. That's a lot of cash.
You ain't got it. You ain't got it. It ain't in your damn pocket.
It ain't, but I'm just saying, if I had it, I ain't spending it on that. I just want you guys to know that. It ain't because I ain't got it, it's because I ain't spending it regardless if I got it. If I did, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Why they gotta have a picture of it in Wisconsin?
But this one it's got a cleared out area right here. That's tiny, so I might have to clear that area out a little bit more. But I want a good maybe 5 acres that cleared out around the house. A good 5, maybe 10 acres cleared out around the house.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to have it cleared out around the house. I just need an area that's about 5 acres cleared out so I can fly. And that's why with this open spot back here on this part of the property, that might be ideal for me. Because I can go out and I can shoot videos and I can do whatever I want, and there ain't nobody around.
Ain't nobody around.
And ain't nobody gonna find me out.
That's right.
Where's that bridge to cross that river? Is it right there? Is that rickety bridge? I gotta go fix that thing. That rickety old bridge ain't got nothing on it, man. That thing scares me. got a couple of logs crossing the river with a couple of 2x4s nailed every couple of feet, and that's about it. I'm gonna actually put up a real bridge on that thing. Cause I don't want to die trying to cross that river.
Yeah, well, I think you'd be all right. Probably ain't but shoulder deep
Put this,
at the deepest
so
point.
put this crazy looking thing. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can send this to you guys. You can share it with them. But they put this crazy. See if I can send it. Yeah, see this old bridge. They played 2 copy image.
What the hell?
There we go.
Why does everybody like do that anyway?
I sent that. You can share that as you need.
All right. What did you send? What did you send? There it is.
That bridge, guys, needs to be fixed. Cause I'm not walking across that daggone thing.
Oh, that looks fine. It's even got a
Show
rope
me.
to hang on.
No. Ow.
That's fine, dude. For real, it looks pretty
That's
sturdy.
not- That I don't care what you guys say. That bridge does not look safe. But that is the Moose River running underneath that bridge. And I'm not. That bridge looks like it's bowed. It's about to fall apart.
It's about to fall apart.
Those
Well-
boards look like they're not even nailed down. They're just laying on top of it.
Yeah. He's talking about the ricketiest ass bridge in the world.
I'm not doing. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Well, I mean, what you mean, Willis? You'll be all right.
Problem is, I'm no engineer, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna get a bridge built across there that's stable.
I think you just leave the one you got, and you'll be all right.
I'm not walking across that thing, so I don't care what you guys say. I'm not walking across that thing until I fix it.
That's no moon. It's a space station. It's an insulation.
But I'm gonna get me some chickens though. I tell you what, I'm gonna get some chickens and clean this area out. Clean all those weeds up. That's gonna be some nice.
It's a nice bridge, isn't it?
Oh, that clean out from around that bridge with them chickens is what I'm gonna do.
See, he's already making this sound more
Right.
southern than it needs to be.
Cause you got a country boy moving on up north, and that's what's gonna happen.
Dude, where you at is country. You don't even have to worry about it.
They ain't got no neighbors. See, you talking about neighbors? This ain't even got no neighbors. It's got like one neighbor that I can't even see on the map. Got like one. Can I fit the trailer in that thing? I don't think I can fit the trailer in there. Might be able to. We'll try. I can measure that. I want to know where that.
Sorry, I didn't
That's
mean to
the
do that.
craziest looking house. Is that a house or is that just a rundown? I
So
don't know
we'll-
what that is and where that is on the property.
It's all right. It's all right. So,
That looks open. Where did I see that on the property?
what the hell? See,
Look
he's
at
looking at
this.
this and we can't see it very well.
Well, that's because you know, you guys just
Camera.
chill.
Camera. Yeah.
I bet that's what this is back here. I bet that's what this is. So they got a garden back here too? What is that?
Eat up with the dumbass. And there it
That's
goes.
interesting. I'm curious now.
Well, anyway, people,
I
anniversaries.
really
If you
want
got
this
any more,
house.
if you got any more anniversaries, let us know. We'll pop them on up there. I mean, we got your info. We got some of this stuff. We don't have all this. Oh, son of a. Speaking of that, I should be looking these up on our sheet instead of looking this up on that sheet because it would be more accurate. But I'm doing it now. Hold on. Hold on. It's coming along.
And this is a question that I got for you guys. What if you buy a piece of property that's so large that somehow there's buildings or some sort of things on it that are not pictured online, but they're not the original owners? What happens? Does it somehow become mine because it's on my property?
Well, you're already going to have to dig through all the stuff about public records and find out because, you know.
Do I gotta kick somebody off the property that somehow built a shed or a hunting shack in some woods that they thought were vacant?
This is beyond the realm of their comprehension. You're going to have to look it up with other people.
Because when I buy 3 plots of land counted as one and I pay taxes on that, they ain't nobody putting anything on my property that they ain't paying me for and or that I ain't taking from them. Because it is now mine. Because I now pay taxes on that piece of property. So this little building that I see in the woods back here that is not pictured in any of my pictures on this thing is about to figure out what this thing is. I just don't know. I can tell you I know what this is. This is the house. That don't even look like a house. It looks like a stinking. From the one picture, it looks like a stinking mobile home, like a trailer. But from the top view, it doesn't look like a trailer.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
I mean, granted, they put this thing on a huge foundation and put a basement on it and everything else. So I really don't care. I don't care if it was a double wide. I see this rickety old building. Oh, is that what that is?
See?
Maybe they do show it. Maybe that's what this is.
I had to find it.
Let me share this with you guys. Cancel. Let me share that with you guys. I'll send that over here. So that I know where it's at. I know where that's at on the property. That's on the back side by the moose. But
The
I'm
moose.
trying to figure out where.
If that, I don't even know.
I'm trying to figure out where this. I'm trying to figure out where that is on the proper take. And by the looks of it, going this route, that might be. That might be that building right there with that tree. Which then again, they show it to you. Okay, so that's cool. What is it? I just don't know.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to be there to find out.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping that this property stays on the market for another 2 weeks.
And the VA passes inspection.
I think the house will pass inspection. They shouldn't care about outlying buildings.
Well,
'Cause
no, they
that's
don't
not
care about that, but they got to care about the
that's
rest
not
of
what's
it.
making up the property. That's, or at least the value of the property. The value of the property is the amount of land and the house that you're living in.
Right? Yeah. Well, again, when you get it,
I mean,
yeah. As long as it passes, then you should be all right.
and that's all I should care about is going to that one little main house and checking that, which looks decent. I mean, it's not built in 2021. Looks like it was built in the 1990s. Looks like it got stuck in the late 80s, early 90s or something with that furniture that they got in there.
Oh, come on.
Cause that house looks like my parents lived in it. Cause it's got the same stinking cabinets, the same old crazy countertop, like ugly.
these are
Oh, I can
potential
see
new
the
bases,
old,
people.
I can
We're
see the old
getting a little bit
lady in
sidetracked,
the
but
photo. That's so
this is
creepy.
this is the potential new base we're talking about here. So I mean, it's semi-related.
I see the old lady in the creepy mirror. I didn't realize that. I saw the old lady in the creepy mirror, and
Maybe
they
you
got
meant
old
that.
photos and
Maybe you meant that the other way around. Maybe you meant the creepy lady in the old mirror.
old lady in the creepy mirror, creepy old lady in the mirror. I didn't realize that. As many times as I looked at this photo, I never saw that lady standing there looking like my mom.
That's probably just the
That's,
ghost.
and I can tell you're cheap because when you mounted that deer head, you only mounted the skull and the antlers. So that's why you're living out in this trailer on 120 acres because it's cheap. Okay, that's fine with me. I'm gonna steal it from you,
Oh man, again.
and I'm gonna build a big old house and make it over $1 million. Make some money, but I ain't gonna sell it because I'm gonna live there forever. Because Daddy gonna be happy. I want that river though. It's got some trout in that river.
Mm, probably not.
Apparently you need a lot. No, it says it does. It
It-
says it has it on the listing.
Probably not.
It's a class 2 trout stream. Property details. What does it say? Class 2. Yep, class 2 trout stream.
Oh.
I don't know what that means, but it's got trout. So I could call it trout.
There you
River.
go. Fighting trout. That'll be your mascot.
The fighting trout.
Like,
It might be whatever fish I catch out of there first. That might be the mascot. That'd be a kind of cool way to do it.
do you tell me you ain't? Wait a minute. When's the last time you fished?
All right. Well, the last time I've been fishing has been, let's see, been a couple years. It's been a couple years.
Yeah, what had to
It
be.
might have been, yeah, it was 2019. I don't think I've been since then. Because I know I went when my sister-in-law and her husband came down. I took them out fishing. I
2
think that
years
was the
ago.
last time I've been.
2 years ago.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. And that's mostly because fishing around here can be a pain in the butt. And I don't like getting out in the back creeks and stuff like that and dealing with alligators. So yeah, you guys can have that. I'm not, you guys can go fight the pythons and alligators. I'm not doing that. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna buy this property and I'm gonna go shoot me some bear and some deer and have a good day.
Bear deer.
bear, deer, and trout.
Deer, bear.
Get some trouts out of that stream. Have my mascot as the fighting trout, or the or what would it be like the floppy trout?
Well, you're not like the Lakers or anything. You don't flop, so you know.
Floppy trout. And then or what flappy trout.
The flappy trout.
So we could name it the flappy trout.
I don't know. Fighting trout sounds a little bit better, but
depending on what that is. So then after that, we got.
Anywho, we kind of like let's okay. We got to wrap this up. It's been 2 hours. We're gonna say.
Yeah. So I think next time. Yeah.
You got it thought out. You got it well thought out, people. There's some good stuff. All right. Mark's got his future.
What birthdays do we got next?
Mark's got his future plans. Yeah. Keep us apprised of any anniversaries. Any rollouts. I mean, the biggest news is any new design, of course. But like if it's
no way
base opening, base closing, and anniversary.
Oh, Ninja.
Which apparently is coming up again. That's not going to be as big as Thunderbolts, though.
It's not. It's Ninja. It will be next Thursday, so it's not on the stream for me streaming that night. Yeah. So let's see. That's what I got. I just happened to see it. Like February 12th is Turbo Buffalo.
Are you making that shit up?
But you guys ask OAE that. How about that?
The Turbo Buffalo.
Turbo Buffalo. Let's see what else we got.
I did notice he had the super pancake in there.
Super pancake.
This was a mighty big pancake.
What else we got? Yeah, Omni-Wing Swift is tomorrow. Oh my goodness, he's got so stinking many.
He does.
He's got Twin Jet and Widow next Monday. Or this coming Monday, I should say, whatever I'm trying to say. And then he's also got the Titan. Yeah, usually we said that earlier.
Right.
What the? Ain't nobody got time for this. Like, how in the world am I supposed to go through this whole thing? The Hyper Swift.
He's got so many. It's like us. All of the rest of us are usually pretty thin about it. You know, me, you, everybody else.
Oh. KIA's got a bunch in March.
Yeah, he does.
He's got March and April loaded.
That's when he joined up, so March was a big month for him.
Yeah. April's not so loaded, but it's got some in it. And then OAE's just got the entire calendar jacked up. Because ain't nobody figured out what he's got coming out when.
Yeah, I'm not. I once thought about doing something like that, like keeping track of, like, for myself. I mean, other people, obviously, I'm not going to involve OAEs in that because it would take too much. But, like, OAE having his, it is fun. Like, it would be cool to track, like, when was your big brain? Like, what time of the year did you really have your inspiration? You know, like, so when did a bunch of planes come out for you? You know? I just thought it'd be cool to kind of track that.
Yep. Mine's definitely going to have to start being in the wintertime.
Wintertime's always been good. Most people don't really even, hell, down south I still didn't because it was just different weather. Like, down south it just means more rain. instead of the cold, and the cold's relative, but it just meant more rain, so it didn't really fly then. That's why I built a
Yeah,
lot of my
got
Pry Fly
rain.
planes are built from like November to February. So
We're gonna have rain this week, people. So yeah,
I'm going to
no
have
flying for
snow.
me. Only
But
only
yeah,
got the rain.
so anyway, yeah, there we go. We got the
So
anniversaries
yeah,
listed. We'll get ready for next week. Mark's gonna like maybe build a Thunderbolt before his day closes out. To
yeah, I got about 20 minutes.
yeah,
I gotta build that.
celebrate something on the 20th. Yep, yep.
All
Um,
right, let me build that real quick.
he wants to get it out. Cool. All right. So yeah, people. Other than that, though, was a good show. It was a good show. I'm glad you guys came out. It was nice to see some of y'all back out here for the day. Keep building, keep working those ideas. Thanks for the anniversaries. You got these planes that you've had for a long period of time. Um, we want to know about those. Obviously, it's nice to have the 30-year-old plane. That was quite cool. But you can achieve it too. Just hold on to them, you know. And I don't know. We'll keep updating. Mark might have something else for us next week. We don't know. Ben's gonna have a nice rollout here on Friday. Maybe we'll try to chime into that. Robert's gonna be putting up something for the Skyline apparently. Pay attention to that as well. The rubber band launching is definitely pretty. Dude, that is. If you look up videos anywhere for like these planes that do that, this is a big thing. There's a lot of people doing this. So, wave of the future. I don't think it's a wave of the future. I think it's a wave of the now. I mean, practically us not doing it is probably falling behind. So keep that in mind when you're progressing on your designs. Like maybe it's good to get a little hitch in there. Maybe it's good to get them a little ready for something like that. So, but in the meantime, again, good show. Thanks for showing up. We'll be here next week. Works about changing the schedule or just that. They're just talks. Once we get a little bit further into the future, we'll be seeing out how the shows will be falling on during the week. Be sure to watch for that, you know. And but in the meantime, yeah, we get it. All right. Thanks, Ben. Again, I guess thanks for showing up. Yes, I know the Nova. Yeah, we'll crank the Nova in there. I'll probably put that on my channel. I know the demand is high for that one. Another plane is about 30 years old. Don't have one on hand, but yeah, we'll get the Novas, we'll get the Wasp, something like that. I was actually thinking about doing the phases like an all-encompassing one. So, but in the meantime, again, y'all have a good night. Stay safe out there. And as always,
Keep them flying.